Reporting live.
Banksy has been unmasked.
Oh, word?
He's been named.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
His name is Robin Gunningham. He's 51 years old.
I don't know why I
Yeah.
laughed at
Yeah.
But Robert Gunningham, 51 years old. No shit. And where he got popped? In, like, London or some shit?
I'm not exactly sure where in England he lives.
Okay.
But it was basically found out through old police reports.
Huh.
And he has since he's changed his name and he's been hiding in plain sight.
No shit.
Changed his name to David Jones.
David Jones? That's crazy.
So I guess
That's cool.
he's kin and I want my check.
He said, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah. So, I mean, 51-year-old Banksy, I mean, he's still doing his thing. So, man, I can't really be mad about that. I mean, it do takes away a little bit of the mystique now that, you know, they've named him. Oh, like he came out or like somebody.
He got outed by Reuters the other day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. Kind of ruins the whole, thing. Like he had like a little Daft Punk type thing going where,
He's a Daft Punk.
yeah, you don't really know who's on
I
the
know,
album
yeah,
and
I
shit.
know. That's funny. That's funny. So, I mean, I didn't feel like, I don't know, like they showed me who the guy was and I was like, yeah, duh. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's 51. He's just this white dude. And I'm like,
Right.
it's kind of what I was figuring it was going to be. I don't know who y'all thought the fuck it was going to be. Like,
Definitely
you
thought
thought,
it was gonna be some white guy.
yeah, right.
Like some British.
Yeah,
white
plus,
guy.
and I mean, you kind of, that's been confirmed already in other footage that's been out since like 2009 and 2011 and shit of like his hands and everything else. So you saw this man's hands and forearms and shit before.
Right.
But I don't know. Anyway, like I heard about it. It does kind of suck, But I mean, and one thing that is really cool about it is, I mean, I don't know if we'll find this out or not or whatever, but like you get to, I guess, know if it, like, you know how it was rumored for a while that, oh, Banksy's like this organization.
Right.
And there's like people across the world Banksying, and I'm like,
It's a lot of copycat motherfuckers.
yeah, but there is actual like legitimate Banksy pieces like around the world and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people were trying to say at the time, or I've heard people say it that it's like, oh, it's this big crew of people and everything else like that. So I mean, how, I guess this in one sense kind of like, okay, it's not a crew of people.
Right.
It's this one dude, who's kind of a genius, and like I said before, like I mean, I guess it can impact like, I don't know, whatever the mystique of everything, but you can't, I think the art in itself is like undeniable.
Yeah.
I was saying it the other day, name a
100%.
more impactful artist in like our generation, and like I can't, like, you can name people that's selling art for a lot of money and everything else like that, but like more like accessible, seen, known, identified, and then like even the strategy that goes behind like the placement of street art and the point of it is like, intentionally bringing attention to different areas and stuff like that. I don't know. That's just
His social impact was definitely peak as far as the shit he was touching on into the lengths in which he was going with the art. Because one of my favorite shits is the Disneyland Guantanamo Bay thing.
That's a sick piece. Yeah.
Like, that shit was just crazy because, like, you got balls to, like, fuck with Disney. Like, you fucking with Disney.
Haha.
Right.
Yeah,
Mr. Mouse.
Mr. Mouse is a dangerous fellow.
But just even some of the cooler shit, like the fucking phone boot that he did that was, like, cut in half or bent or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I was, like, more like post-Katrina stuff, like, Banksy did a bunch of pieces in the city and everything else like that. Yeah. I think that was like a big game changer for me.
Yeah, the rat
and
girl
and I don't know like how true or valid it is or whatever, but I was told that he targeted areas of the city, specifically to bring more news and media to New Orleans in regards to like how fucked everything was and like how bad, everything was after the storm and how we still weren't getting attention or help or yada yada, but and I always thought that was really cool about like being the type of artist that has the kind of art that like, cause even the stuff that was going on then, like the National Guard pieces of them like stealing like looting and shit
Right.
like that, and like that shit that was going on in the city,
Shit too.
and like people was not talking about like that kind of shit was going on, you know. But I don't know, that put it in people's face, you know, and like I said, you know, also brought like a lot of like attention to the city that was like definitely needed at the time. And knowing who did it, like that doesn't make me be like, ah, well, I guess it didn't mean as much, you know, like,
Right.
you know, like
No, I'm
so.
definitely not
I don't
saying
know.
that. I just feel like with, like I say, the mystique that he kept for so long,
Yeah,
to have whoever like reveal it for whatever benefit that they did,
yeah, it sucks.
that sucks.
I
But
agreed,
nah, it definitely
agreed.
doesn't change any value of the work or the impact of it.
Ooh,
Do
that's,
you think it's going to change the perception of your work knowing that he's 51-year-old white Englishman or
Nah,
Englishman?
not for me, cause like I always figured it was some shit like that.
yeah, that's kind
Like
of
honestly,
right. I kind of arrived there mentally a long time ago,
yeah,
but I think,
watching exit through the gift shop and shit. Like
yeah,
supposedly like that's
right.
him, speaking. Like the dude got a British accent in that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
and you look at Dr. Brainwash or Mr.
Mr.
Brainwash.
Brainwash.
You
Yeah,
know, he a older cat.
yeah,
So I figured Banksy was about his age. They was running around with like your boy cousin, Space Invader and shit.
mm-hmm.
Like back in the 80s.
But
I
no,
would have.
this was like what, early 2000s, man. This was like early
No, I'm
2000s.
talking about Space Invader when like who did the little tile shit.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I thought you were talking about with like Brainwash and
Oh,
Banksy
right,
and
right.
all that
Nah,
other
nah,
shit.
that later. I'm saying like in regards to Banksy and all them being older cats because they been
Oh yeah,
doing shit like
yeah,
on the street,
duh,
So it's
fucking
like,
duh.
yeah,
I thought that like
that's what I
that's what.
figured.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So
Even like
50,
time frame wise, you're like, what? You thought it was gonna be like 25? What the fuck?
yeah,
Like, come
nah.
on, bro. Like, like let's just be
I mean,
serious.
not
You know,
even
like,
like 30 something.
yeah, no, I could dig.
Like
I could dig.
40 at the least.
Right. No.
And then like not even 40, 40 something, I
Yeah.
would imagine.
Yeah. No. But I don't think. I think that like the weight of the work that he's always produced is I don't know. It's something that like I don't think you can really change the perspective of it because it's not like it's having real conversation and real dialogue and just from a visual standpoint, you know, and I think everybody relates to it. So it's never a question of like I never looked at any of Banksy's work and I was like, wonder what this guy looks like. You know,
Right.
even though he was like
Yeah,
this
I don't
kind
give
of
a
there was
fuck.
this mystery, I was just cool with that in general. I was like, great. I don't have to know anything about your background or how you do art or how you arrived as an artist or yada yada yada. Like I get to just see this and be like, this is cool or this is not cool and this is fucking cool. And now knowing like who the artist is, I'm sorry, I've already kind of, you know, I enjoy the work. Like I can't talk about a period of the work where I was just like, really missed it on these. You know,
Nah, he always got some
I,
hot shit.
yeah. So like I don't know, unless the artwork itself changes, I don't see my personal opinion of like the art and the impact and how it's placed and utilized, you know, changing at all.
Yeah, nah, I don't.
About the obscene prices of his work and how expensive it is. Do you think it's going to go up in value, go down in value, remain constant?
I think it's gonna go up in value, honestly, because it's just the hype, right? So like it's all hype train. And I'm not saying he doing it. I'm saying like by people now being like, well, I know who the fuck Banksy is, and Banksy's still alive. Like I'm a cop Banksy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So when he dies, which we all know like motherfuckers who got work like that when they die, they shit skyrocket. So
Right.
it's investments like all the way around the board.
Yeah.
But I think like that hype train of people being like, oh, you know who Banksy is now, and like we all know who Banksy is, so let me cop a Banksy, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I think his work goes up anyway. Like I think like as I mentioned earlier, I don't think there's like a more impactful artist, you know, at the scale of that, you know, of the work that he does. I mean, I know there's artists that like make more revenues and everything else like that, but I think that's a lot of those like very wealthy and you know high-end artists. I think they have a smaller audience of people that have like an abundance of you know they're in a position where they can purchase art at that scale and everything else like that. Whereas like street art and like the Banksy pieces, even though people go and end up buying the walls and taking them and going to do other shit with them, you
Right.
know, like there is a period where it is free to be viewed by the public, and like a larger part of his career, like people made it a point to go check out his work in the street as if it was like a public museum,
Yeah.
you know, and then like and then as you know, being that artist and like how impactful you are, I'm just gonna keep going back to that. Like I just think that from a generational standpoint, when they talk about this era of artists, I think Banksy will be like one of if not the artist that's being talked about. Like how long has he been relevant?
Right.
Banksy's been doing stuff for like a long time that was pretty fucking known, and now it's like more just it's even mainstream and referenced in like film
Yeah,
and all this other
movies,
stuff, you know. So I don't know,
songs,
you know, but
rap.
couldn't see an artist, especially you know Banksy, art being like depreciating. The greater concern I would have is okay, now everybody knows who you are, you know. So what's up with these street pieces now? Like, are you still going to be able to do
Right,
that? Are you
right,
still going to
'cause
be able to? Because I mean,
move how you
there's
move.
there's a certain thing about his work, and you know it's his work, you know. And then like so once, you know, you get that situation, you know, are you still able to go and make moves like you were before and challenge different scenes and settings and so on and so forth? You know, like that
Right.
Disney
That does
story or
change
whatever.
shit, yeah.
You know, yeah, no,
So
trust
it's
me, you ain't
like,
got to tell me. Like,
now we know who you
you
are.
know, yeah, exactly. Now we know who
Now
you
you
are.
can't walk in here and be
Yeah.
like you a janitor or
Yeah,
whatever.
man, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you need to fix some
You
shit
know,
up.
yeah,
Like whatever you on, Banksy.
yeah.
Like motherfucker, you Banksy. I think they
This,
exposed you.
I think that opens up the gates for him to freely go out now, as he has been in hiding. He has been maybe having other people do his work, but now he's known. His face is out there. I think he can go out, do a guerrilla piece, and it still have the same impact as it did before.
I mean, I
but
don't know.
I mean, if the work isn't changing, why wouldn't it? You know,
Well, I'm not
you know,
saying they wouldn't change.
I'd
I'm
be
saying I
more
don't know if he
concerned
would
about
even
his
like do
consequences
that. You
in
know?
regards to doing that. Like that's what I was just speaking on. It's like, oh, now you're in a position for consequences. You know what I'm saying? Now they know who you are, they know
Right.
your work, they tie you together. You could, you know, you really pushing the boundaries of where you can do this art and how you can do it and where it's placed and why. You know, like is that still an option? You know, but as far as like if the work's still getting put up, if he's continuing to just do the work and be like, fuck it,
Then fuck it.
I guarantee you it's gonna be dope as fuck, and it's gonna be, and it should be valued very high, and maybe even higher, because now he's even at a greater risk in doing the works because
Like
you
you
have
know
been
now you know who
revealed.
Banksy
You
is.
know,
Like,
yeah. So like, and then I don't know. I just like so many elements of, you know, that kind of street art, and clearly, you know, like being like a younger cat, you know, like when that whole scene went down, and being post Katrina, you know, like. That was a lot of inspiration in, you know, my early years of painting, and then watching how it like changed the environment, neighborhood, so on and so forth. So fucking hey, I hope he keeps painting, and I do still see the value in it, just because of you know, creative relevance and, you know, like just art in general, you know. Yeah,
I feel it.
yeah. We like art and stuff, and street art and stuff.
Street art for sure.
Yeah, it's fucking great. There's no Banksy pieces left in New Orleans anymore, right?
Not in the wild. There is in the museum.
In the wilds.
In the Louisiana State Museum, they do have.
They got 'em.
Right. So how did they acquire one?
I think it's on loan.
On loan.
Loaned
I can
it.
show you
Someone
one
loaned it.
if you want to talk about it.
Someone loaned it
Loaned it.
to them.
You have been loaned it. Yeah.
They loaned to Banksy.
I also made Brussels sprouts
Brussels sprouts.
and peppers
I love Brussels sprouts.
and chili dogs.
I love all of that.
Yep. There we go. It's like a little smorgasbord of evening
Schmurgage,
delight.
schmurgage. That sounds wonderful.
Schmorgalite.
Schmurgage.
Light.
Get that
Yeah.
schmurgage.
See this one in the water.
Yeah, that's really what he wanted to talk about, the Banksy thing.
The
That was
Banksy.
like the,
Yeah, I didn't know that Banksy got.
yeah.
Claps.
In the wild.
This is cool.
I mean, y'all were here for
Anybody
Katrina.
else?
That's one of the Katrina pieces, I believe, isn't it? Remember that one?
No, I don't remember.
I thought this was like a piece about homeboy, Grey
Oh,
Ghost.
Grey Ghost. Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, it is in reference to Grey Ghost. Okay, cool.
Okay, so then you do know the piece more than I do.
I mean, looking at it, I would say it's in reference to what I said. So, like, yeah. I think by the time I saw it, most of this was missing. It was just like the upper torso and the arm or something like that. And it looks like it's been like um, what is it called? I can't think of the word.
Applied.
You know why I can't think of it.
You said you know why. Yeah, that's a
No.
cool piece.
No, but that's a pretty cool piece.
Indeed.
Yeah, they have the Bart Simpson one is at the what's that spot? It's that cool little spot off of Esplanade and Claude. Anyway, he's got one in there,
Yeah.
and it's the Simpson one. That one's pretty cool. I forget who bought the Rain Girl. Do you remember how that shit popped off? Like they said they were doing a Banksy show here. You remember this? This was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. There was all that hype.
Yeah.
They're doing a Banksy show here. It's gonna be the largest show in Banksy's work. Blah blah blah. They had a release date for tickets online.
I do remember.
Do you remember
that
now?
shit.
Okay, because they had billboards.
We mentioned
They had
it.
all that shit. We was hyped as fuck. And I swear, man, I really believe that was just a hustle to buy the Rain Girl piece. Because that's straight up what happened. They had all that hype about having a show. And then that fucking, the Gone Girl, whatever the fuck they call it,
Yeah.
But, like, that piece was, like, it was the last one, I think, on Claude, right?
Oh, yeah, before.
Yeah, and but yeah, and then that piece sold, and then after that piece sold, never heard another thing about that show. Nothing,
That's
like
crazy.
absolutely nothing. That is crazy.
It's crazy.
But anyway, interesting Banksy stuff.
Interesting Banksy stuff. They probably baited him out with that shit. Like, did that fake.
Yeah, I think
show
that was
shit.
yeah.
And then he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we're gonna
And,
do
like,
this
reached
biggest
out to
show, and you
Sala.
could be part of this show. All you got to do is sell us this piece. Blah blah blah.
And they got that piece, and I was like, fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit. My bitch.
Hey, I just wanted this piece
Yeah.
off this wall,
Yeah.
or house, or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but nah, I mean, like you say, as long as Banksy's still working,
Yeah.
like that's what really matters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it doesn't matter, if he's revealed or
Yeah.
the fact that he's like a 50-something-year-old British white dude. Like I said, I figured.
Yeah, that was kind of like everybody's like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "Y'all, what would you
What did
think?"
you think?
I'm just curious. What did you
Mexican
think it was
with
gonna
a,
be?
like,
Like the only thing like I said, the only thing that I could have thought differently was like, oh, it's been revealed. It's a group of motherfuckers. So like, it being one cat. Like I'm like, cool. That's really awesome.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's neato. I mean, I'm sure he's got people that help him on projects and shit. But I'm just saying, it's like
Right, it's not an organization.
yeah, and like some kind of global art team or some shit. I don't know. But could you imagine?
Banksy.
Global art team.
Banksy, LLC.
Yeah.
Co-people.
Co-people. That's all we need right now. Co-people.